The role of Kris Munroe on the original Charlie's Angels was one that made Cheryl Ladd a household name. She became a sex symbol, and now in her 70s, she's just as enchanting as ever. Let's take a look back at Cheryl Ladd's life and career and what she's up to today. Early life and career. Cheryl Jean Stoppelmore was born July 12, 1951, in Huron, South Dakota. Her mother was a waitress and her father was a railroad engineer. She initially wanted to pursue a career in music. After graduating high school, she traveled around the country with the band The Music Shop, performing in nightclubs. She eventually settled in LA in 1970 and decided to pursue a music career full-time. She was the singing voice of the character Melody in the animated series Josie and the Pussycats. She also sang on the 1970 album from the show. It seemed at the moment she was destined to remain behind the scenes and sing songs for animated characters. But someone must have noticed she also had a talent for performing in front of the camera. This, coupled with her good looks, made her ideal for acting. She started getting roles in commercials and TV shows. She made appearances on shows such as The Partridge Family, The Rookies, The Ken Berry Wow Show, Harry O, and Ironside. She also had a supporting role in the 1971 film Chrome and Hot Leather, in which she acted under the stage name Sherry Moore. She showed from her early career she could play a diverse range of roles. She also showed she had an aptitude for action roles. She appeared in a few popular crime series such as Policewoman, Police Story, and Code R. Before we tell you more about Cheryl Ladd's life and career, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to Facts First for more. Charlie's Angels. In 1977, Cheryl Ladd was cast as Kris Munroe in the popular TV series Charlie's Angels, replacing Farah Fawcett, who left the show after one season. The character Kris was the younger sister of Fawcett's character. This was the show that made her a household name. She remained part of the show for its 4 seasons until it got canceled in 1981. She also continued her music career, and her newfound popularity brought more interest to her singing. Her performance as Kris Munroe was lauded, as was her enchanting beauty. She soon became a beauty icon, and her fan base continued to grow. In the short-lived sitcom 1 in a Million, she's referenced by one character, Mike, as being the ideal woman. She's also referenced as the reason why someone should watch Charlie's Angels. Decades later, she's still remembered as the standout performer from this ensemble show. She's remembered as a multi-talented entertainer with stunning beauty. She loved her work on Charlie's Angels and is grateful for the opportunities the show has brought her. Now in her 70s, she's still happy to discuss the show in interviews. The show has, of course, gone through many different iterations, and while newer generations may be more familiar with the recent iterations of Charlie's Angels, hardcore fans always remember the original series fondly. Luckily for Cheryl Ladd, Charlie's Angels catapulted her to stardom, but didn't typecast her. She continued to get work after the show ended. Other acting roles. Cheryl's career in television continued following the cancellation of Charlie's Angels. In 1983, she was cast in the lead role of Maggie Telford in the TV movie Kentucky Woman. This was the final project for writer-director Walter Doniger. The story followed a single mother who takes up a job in a coal mine to look after her young son and her elderly father. The film depicted the themes of women empowerment that had become popular in the cinema and television of the 1970s. Cheryl received much praise for her performance, and the movie showed she could move away from her role as Kris Munroe and take on serious and dramatic roles. The same year she showed audiences she could also take on the avatar of another starlet. She played Grace Kelly in the eponymous TV movie, which depicted the actress's career and subsequent life as the Princess of Monaco. She also began appearing in films more often during this decade. She had lead roles in the films Now and Forever and Purple Hearts. These were both dramatic roles in which she continued to show her incredible range. She continued throughout the 80s and 90s to appear in TV movies, TV shows, and feature films. She made guest appearances and had short-lived recurring roles on TV. In the mid-90s, she landed the role of Dawn Holly Holiday in One West Waikiki. This would become her next most famous role next to Kris Munroe. While she was always recognized for her role in Charlie's Angels, she was now a respected actress who could do anything. She had a supporting role in the film Permanent Midnight, a biopic of comedy writer Jerry Stahl. The film had an ensemble of major stars including Ben Stiller, Owen Wilson, Elizabeth Hurley, and Fred Willard. She had another supporting role in the drama film A Dog of Flanders. Once again, she was part of an ensemble of great actors. She made guest appearances in popular TV shows including Charmed, Hope and Faith, and the TV movies Eve's Christmas and Though None Go With Me. She even made a cameo appearance in the feature film Walk Hard, The Dewey Cox Story. She continued to act regularly in the 2000s. She won the recurring role of Jillian DeLine in the TV series Las Vegas. She also appeared in major feature films including Baggage, Unforgettable, and Camera Store. Her latest project was a TV movie called Christmas Unwrapped, released in 2020. She's also starring in the upcoming feature film A Cowgirl Song. A mention should be made of her music career outside of her early career. She performed a song for an episode of Charlie's Angels and also performed on an episode of The Muppet Show. She also had a TV special where she performed her songs. She also performed a few songs for the 2012 film Santa Paws 2: The Santa Pups. What's Cheryl up to today? Even in her 70s, Cheryl is still as youthful and enchanting as ever. In addition to her acting work, she's also written 2 books. She wrote the children's book, The Adventures of Little Nettie Winship. This book helps children learn about the importance of respecting and protecting the environment. She wrote a book called Token Chick, A Woman's Guide to Golfing with the Boys, in which she discusses her love of playing golf. Cheryl's first husband was actor David Ladd. They were married from 1973 until their divorce in 1980. She adopted his surname for her acting career and kept it after the divorce. She married Brian Russell in 1981 and remains married to him today. She has a daughter named Jordan from her first marriage and a stepdaughter Lindsay from her second. Not only is she still busy with her career, she's often invited for interviews and other public appearances. She often meets fans, old and new, who fondly remember her work, especially her role in Charlie's Angels. Now it's time to hear from you. Do you think Cheryl's best role was as Kris Munroe, or is there another role that you think deserves more attention? Let us know in the comments section below. And before you go, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to Facts First if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.